Hey everybody, this is AShadowbox, and this is episode 5 of, I believe it's episode 5, whatever the title says. Anyway, episode whatever of our AirHauler Let's Play. Today we are going to be flying out of Portsmouth for Danville, um, Portsmouth, Ohio for Danville. It's either Ohio or Indiana. I don't really remember right now. Oh, I'm a terrible person. Anyway, we are in our trusty Cessna 208 Grand Caravan. It is early morning here in Portsmouth. Cold fronts are moving in, so we've got some building clouds off to that would be the north, I believe. Well, anyway, let's get back in the cockpit and let's go through our checklists. Well, not going to go through the checklist, just going to do what we need to. So starting with all switches off, battery on. Let's go ahead and flick the cabin lights are on. Annunciator panel is tested. Avionics are on. Fuel boost is on. Fuel pressure extinguished. Starter on. Ignition on. N1 is over 12%. Increase mixture to low idle. Turn off ignition and starter switch and fuel boost. Engage generator and standby power. Forgot the beacon switch again. Oh, Stocko Gloves will be so mad at me. I forgot my beacons. Off with the cabin lights. Turn on our navigation aids. Did figure out how to get this thing to show a map. I'll fly over there real quick. You click this default nav button, and then you get the map GPS, but I kind of like this, so I'll keep it like that, at least for now. Actually, let's come back down here and get if I can get the click spot right, the weather radar on, just for simulation purposes sake. We should probably have our nav strobe and all of our lights on. Well, we don't need these yet. Everything down here looks good. Prop to max RPM. Emergency power on idle. Everything over here looks good. Cargo is secure. We are going to be flying. One thing I don't like is how you have to turn on this once you have it in a separate window too. No, sorry if I don't seem 100%. I'm kind of tired. I'm going to be going to New York for a wedding, but I wanted to get a video out for you because I haven't had much time to record, and I haven't really given you guys much of an explanation, so I'm sorry for that. But we'll talk more about that once we're in flight. Alright, before we forget, we should probably set up our autopilot. So flight director on, GPS hold. We're going to do a navigation hold and an altitude hold. We have a distance of 234 miles, so we'll go ahead and climb to... Oh, excuse me. We'll do 10,000 feet. Why not? Alright. Flaps to 20. Brakes released. Well, I didn't even check to see where the wind's blowing from.
Kilo, Papa, Mike, Hotel, automated weather observation. 1010, Zulu. Wind 308 at 10. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky condition, few clouds at 3,300. Temperature 20 Celsius. Dew point 1.
Alright, so the from 10 our I'm trying to remember if it would say, I don't know how, I'm not sure how like the automated weather would work, if the weather is actually coming from 10 degrees or if it's coming from 100 degrees. Let's see, if it's coming from 100 degrees, it would be nearly a crosswind for this runway, so it wouldn't matter which way we were taking off. So, I'm going to assume, it means actually 10 degrees, which means our takeoff runway would be runway 36, which works just fine for us. Oh, can't forget to move this switch to battery. So, if you know in the comments what the automated weather, or ATIS, how that refers to headings, would you let me know? Because I know air traffic control will say things like 010 if they mean 10, and obviously like runway 27 for runway 270. So I mean, I assume it's the same way. I assume that that the wind is actually coming from 100 degrees. And in that case, it's nearly a crosswind, so it doesn't really matter. Though, technically, we should have probably chose runway 18. We'll get the landing lights on now, so I don't forget. You know, I just realized I've forgotten to turn on AI traffic from my tutorial video, and I don't really care about it when I'm flying on my own. I'm just trying to get flights in so I can get a new plane for you guys. But yeah, my schedule's been really hectic lately, so I'm sorry that that videos have been kind of slow. And then I've got a wedding in New York, so I'll be in New York for almost a week, and I won't get the next part of the VOR tutorial out until I get back from that, so I'm sorry guys. But thanks for your patience, and know that I really want to, you know, I really want to do this for you guys. I wish I could spend all my time flying and working on AShadowbox Air, but I mean, you guys know how it is. Sometimes life just has other commitments for you, and lately I've been feeling those other commitments, though hopefully it's just a temporary problem. Moving the mixture up to full idle now. Well, sorry, full high idle. There we go. Mixture to 100%. I could have just said that. Now, it's important to note in this Carenado simulation of the C208, you don't want to apply full power on takeoff because your torque will exceed the maximum allowed for this aircraft. So there we are off the ground. We'll turn off our taxi lights, leave the landing on under 10,000 feet. Climbing up, we're at flaps 1 until we hit 95 knots. We need to be heading 299. So let's start our turn over to there. Man, this game is so beautiful. I mean, the ground scenery can be better, but oh well. I do not have the autopilot engaged right now. I am flying this manually, so that is kind of taking my concentration at the moment. Alright, we should be on an intercept course for our GPS path now. Once this arrow lines up, come on, cooperate, there we go. Once that arrow is in a straight line, we will have intercepted our course, and I will hand the plane over to the autopilot. Lately, I've noticed I've been relying on the autopilot to do quite a lot, and it started to detract from the fun of flying these, especially these lighter aircraft, so I'm trying to fly by hand a lot more often. Still haven't hit 95 knots, so our flaps are still at 10 degrees, or flaps 1, whichever you prefer to call it. But man, I am really enjoying this Caravan. I'm really glad we picked it as our plane. You know, it has that nice big cargo capacity. I really like the FedEx livery. And, you know, it's seeing the boxes and stuff in the back there is really cool. Oh, you know what? I just realized I don't think we've set our altimeters correctly. There we go. That fixed it. Hopefully. Alright, we've all but intercepted the course, so go ahead and turn the plane over to autopilot. 95 knots, so flaps are coming up. Let's keep an eye on our propeller RPM. And there we go. We are in cruise. Alright, so I told you guys that I would try to find out more about Portsmouth, Ohio for you. So I did. Portsmouth was founded in 1790, but it wasn't founded as Portsmouth. It was actually founded as the city of Alexandria. But see, the problem with Alexandria was that it flooded several times within 13 years. It flooded like at least once a year, is what I'm led to believe. So in 1803, a guy by the name of Henry Massey began plotting to move the city. Well, plotting, that sounds pretty sinister, doesn't it? He began planning to move the city east away from the floodplains that it was in, and that was the beginning of Portsmouth. So Portsmouth was founded in 1803, and it was established as a city in 1815. And shortly after Portsmouth was established, Alexandria began dying and faded away. Portsmouth kind of swallowed up Alexandria, I suppose. Anyway, due to its proximity to both the Ohio and... shoot, I'm going to kill this pronunciation. I believe it's Scioto? S-C-I-O-T-O. I believe that would be Scioto, right? Yeah, sure. Due to its proximity to the Ohio and Scioto rivers, and also a factor that cannot be ignored is the B&O Railroad, or the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. Portsmouth quickly became one of the major industrial cities between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. And this lasted until about 1950. Now, what happened in 1950 was the rise of jets the rise of commercial airlines, and, you know, freight started being moved more. Well, it became more common to move freight by air, such as we are doing. And trains began their decline, and around that time, China became a much more open country and started going through their process of, you know, their industrial revolution. So that led to an outsourcing of unskilled labor, and also around this time, migration really began to, migration from smaller cities to big urban areas, like, really began. I mean, obviously this has been in effect for thousands of years, but, like, around that time, that's really when it happened for Portsmouth. So, anyway, there, in 1950, Portsmouth's population was around 42,000. Then, with all those factors we just mentioned, its population began decaying to, it's a small town of about 20,000 people today. Unfortunately, it suffers from pretty much all the problems that a small town suffers from. Low tourism means low income. But from the pictures that I've seen of it, it seems like a very nice place. It's a place that I would like to visit because, the motto for Portsmouth is where Southern hospitality begins, and it looks like it. It looks like a happy place, a cheerful place, and someplace I'd quite like to visit. Well, yep, that's information for our home base for you. As you can see, we're flying through the clouds here. I have not set up Easy Dock cameras for the outside yet. But yeah. Man, this plane looks good. So do these clouds. Oh man, Real Environment Extreme 2.0, man. One of the best payware environment mods you can get. Man, I have the hiccups. I have the hiccups like every time I record. I guess I'm still a little bit nervous and don't even realize it. Yeah. Awesome plane. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not really talkative today, guys. Like I said, I'm not really feeling 100% and I'm pretty tired. But I wanted to get you a video before I left for New York, so... Yep. Here it is. Now, as AShadowbox Air is doing just fine. Like I said, I haven't had as much time as I would like to fly lately. But after I get back from New York, hopefully there will be more time. Let's go ahead and bump our time acceleration up. Take a look here. And we are just hitting our cruising altitude. I kind of like this flight level. We'll get in the clouds a little bit, or actually, you know what? That's probably not the best idea. Let's go ahead and increase to about 12,000 so we can get above these clouds. I don't know. I've always liked flying in or near the clouds, though. I just think the clouds make such neat shapes. Unique shapes, kind of like snowflakes. No two clouds will ever look the same. That one kind of looks like a dog. Oh, this is much more interesting than flying on just a clear day. This is the default FSX weather theme, cold front. But the cloud textures are from Real Environment Extreme 2.0. And we are using the ENB shader mod for this. What are we doing? 12,000 feet. Good enough. really fast flyby. Let's drop the time acceleration for this. I don't think I've ever actually seen this. Ooh, rain? Okay. Should probably get back in the cockpit. Let's reset our altimeter. And let's re-enable time acceleration. I want to know how we're getting rain when we're not under any clouds. Oh well. I am not a meteorologist by any means. Alright guys, well, like I said, I'm not feeling 100%, and I'm pretty tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here until something interesting happens, or until it's time to land. So, I'll see you in just a minute, guys. Alright everyone, we're back. Just getting ready to begin our descent. We are about 25 miles away. So I think we'll go ahead and hold 4,000. And we'll go ahead and increase our propeller RPM to almost full. Sorry, I didn't prepare any information for our arrival destination for you. I was focused on Portsmouth this time because, you know, after all, it's our home base and I had never given you guys any information on it. So. No, come to think of it, I don't even know which direction the runways are here. And also, because even though we're not flying with air traffic, if this place has a tower, we should still follow their landing instructions because they will take into account the winds. KDM. Nope, it's just traffic. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I just realized I made a big mistake earlier and you guys probably already yelled at me in the comments section. Oh man. Wind 305 at 10. Doesn't that mean it's coming from 305 degrees at 10 knots? Yeah, I'm a moron when I'm tired. Normally I would have caught that the first time, but... Oh man. oh, this is why I don't do videos when I'm not feeling well. But I, I really didn't want to make you guys wait. I mean, I was starting to get messages asking when the next video was gonna come out, so, you know, I realized that I didn't give you guys really a heads up that things were gonna slow down this week, and that's entirely my fault, obviously. So, I'm sorry about that. Um, but, you know, you guys are really cool people, so I'm sure you'll understand. And if you need more FSX content than what I can provide, recommend, as always, you check out Infinite Lives channel. It's doing that really neat FS Passengers Let's Play. The last one I've seen of his was he was doing some R&R down in he was down in St. Martin, flying his trusty Aerosoft Twin Otter, which coincidentally is going to be our next plane, though we probably won't get it for another week or so. But yeah, I've checked his channel, but it doesn't look like he's uploaded anything in the last few days. But you know, that's fine. He's probably just got, you know, stuff going on, same as I did. Dr. Vesuvius is keeping up with his Let's Fly. You know, you can check that out. He does a really, really good job. And if you want more airline content, if you haven't already, you should go check out Frugal Sims channel. FROOGLESIM. All one word. He does really, really good quality reviews on airliners. Now, he doesn't he does write for PC Pilot magazine, but all the stuff he does on his channel is 99% of the time it's 100% separate from that. But yeah, check out his channel. It's a really good community over there. Man, you know, the whole flight sim community is just a really good community, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So, thank you guys for being awesome. Should probably go ahead and announce our intentions. Oh yeah, there's no traffic, but I should still see what runway I'm going to land on, right? Okay, let's see. Got runway 34. Oh man, I really... coming from... I think runway 34 will be our best bet. So let's go ahead and switch to a heading hold. Runway 34, we're going to want to fly heading 250. Switch to map. Can we zoom in? Nope. I have no idea what just happened there. Can't zoom in any farther than this, apparently. Oh wait, no. I need to hit the minus. Can't zoom in any farther than this, apparently. But anyway, when this is right off our wing, you can see the airport there. Go ahead and make our turn. Let's actually descend farther to about 3,000 feet. And I have the throttle almost all the way back. That explains why. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe I made that error with the winds. That totally explains why my indicated airspeed was over 140, but my ground speed was just like around 100. Oh, man. I'm kicking myself for that one. I really am. And I also forgot to check to see if KDNV has a localizer and glide slope, you know, for an ILS approach. It looks like it has the PAPI lights, which is good. And let's go ahead and turn. To runway 34. Well, heading 34. Oop, turned a little too soon. The autopilot in this plane turned sharper than I would expect. I mean, let's see if we can sneak a peek at the turn coordinator. And, well, the autopilot does a pretty nice job. Everything seems alright for our approach. Cargo doesn't seem to have shifted too much. Oh man, can you imagine what a nightmare that would be for a pilot if his cargo started, like, if his cargo broke loose and started sliding around his plane? Oh, that would be a trim nightmare. I don't know if the autopilot would be able to manage that. PAPI lights say we're still a bit too high. Let's kill some speed. I don't know why my speed just drops like that when I cut the throttle. I mean, look, it's not in reverse, but it just, the throttle just cuts and speed just drops. PAPI lights are saying we're a bit low now, but that's okay. We'll be able to intercept the glide slope. Autopilot's trying to get us back to 2,000 feet, which is just fine. There's the PAPI lights again, telling us we are good to go. We'll go ahead and cut the autopilot. Let's go ahead and raise our seat height a little bit so we can see over the nose of the aircraft. Mind our vertical speed, altitude. Let's deploy flaps 20 degrees. Our speed's low enough for it, so. That's one thing I really like about the Cessna 208 is that it will, you know, as far as single prop planes go, it'll happily, you know, rip your face off with its speed. But it's still very stable, low and slow. Now, obviously, the approach speed with the 208B is roughly the cruise speed of the C172. But well, getting blown a bit by the wind. Give it a bit of a left rudder. Pappy light's telling us we need to get down more to be on the proper glide slope. I need to trim the aircraft better. That'll certainly help. Alright, more power. Like I said, this throttle is very touchy. Propeller to 100% RPM. Flaps full. We're coming in a little bit high, but our speed itself is still low, so we have time to fix it. These callouts I'm getting, by the way, those are a product of AirHauler. You know, AirHauler adds these callouts and stuff in for these aircraft. I know the default Cessna 172 does not have those. Does not have these kind of callouts. I haven't really flown this aircraft outside of AirHauler, so I can't tell you if Carenado has added these callouts to his aircraft by default or not. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and focus on landing.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Bounced a little bit there, but all in all, it was very smooth. Let's retract our flaps. Oh, I totally forgot to mention that, or I totally forgot to inform the traffic that we were on final, but it doesn't really matter. Like I said, AI traffic is off because I forgot to turn it off.
Kilo Delta November Victor traffic. Cessna November 762 Foxtrot Echo is clear of the runway.
Let's take a look at that park job. Ooh, slightly off. There we go. Alright, let's shut everything down. well, I will see you guys at the AirHauler screen. Alright everybody, here we are at the AirHauler screen, unloading our live poultry. So, go ahead and do that. Job completed. Well done. Alright. I actually had lined this job up to fly next, but I'm just too tired, so let's go ahead and get the flight report. Touchdown speed was a little bit more than I would like, but no damage, which is always good. Almost a 2-hour flight. Well, of course we use time compression, so not that bad. Whoa. Oh. Look at this. Oh. Oh. That's sad. It seems that in my brain-addled state, from tired, because I was tired, I forgot to check the expiration time of the next job I was about to fly. So, that job has failed. Might as well just cancel it. That hurts. That really hurts. Because now our reputation's dropped to 53% when it was at 55. So, yep. And on that note, I'm AShadowbox. This has been AirHauler for Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in about a week. Take care. Have a good one.